My loves, I got a new terrific story for all the people out there. If you eventually meet me, I'm really shy, but when I'm comfortable with you, you're no longer safe. I am the most embarrassing crazy person you'll ever meet. Like, I don't know why, but I love the feeling of nosebleeds. You can tell where the story is heading off to. Let's get actually started, shall we? So when it was snowing outside of recess on elementary playground, there was a big snow hill, so as any more elementary kid likely to think of is, well, I'm gonna climb that hill and be so cool. At this time, none of the recess attendants were caring. They're like, okay, it's cool, we don't care, do your thing. They were highly most caring about the walls and buildings surrounding us, so we didn't escape. But why would elementary think of that? Yeah, sure, we're gonna escape and go to California. Eventually, one kid got to the top and was like, I claim this snow hill, and every kid started to climb up the hill. And it was honestly starting a riot of kids. Every kid started to climb the sides, and there was no escape down or up. To be honest, little me wanted to be invited, so of course I started to climb it too. There was this one kid beside me, and then the bully kid pushed the kid that was beside me, and that kid rolled down the hill. I then noticed it was war beginning, just me and the bully. I was thinking of ways to defeat him, but he was too fast and didn't care about anyone's safety, so he tried pushing me, but it didn't work. I was holding on to dear life at this point, but they ended real quick. He got up front, pushing other people off, and kicked me right in the face with his boot. Eventually, the bell rang. So everyone started to get off the hill and lined up in front of their teachers. At this point, I was so small I did feel something go down my nose, and I looked down, and I see a trail of blood all over the snow. I then walked in front of a teacher, and she was standing normally waiting for her kids, but when she saw me, her eyes went wide in terror, seeing all the blood on the snow and on my face.
484 Principal office, we're gonna need to send you a kid down. Bloody noise, blood everywhere.
I then don't remember anything else. I think I blacked out. Embarrassing trauma story too. I was minding my business, drawing at my table, and I was drawing a beautiful flower. And of course, as a kid, I was obsessed of drawing flowers. Then in my head, it had a feeling I needed to sneeze. You know that one feeling, but I was like, I don't care about it. I will do it later, as my little kid mind thought was how it worked, so I tried brushing it off. Red flag, I tell you, red flag, bad idea. So eventually I couldn't hold it back anymore, and before I know it, my head was looking at the table in front of me, and by the way, I sit really close to my desk where I can't breathe. I don't know why. So I feel myself going into sneeze position. My head goes flying down onto my desk, bang. And then I kinda blacked out a little bit, but then I come back again, and I see blood on my table. And in my little kid brain, I was like, I don't care, I wanna keep drawing my flower. So that's what I did, but eventually my paper, flower, and desk and Chloe's were drenched with blood. I then see a shadow come over my desk, and I already knew who it was, the teacher. So Kid Me looked up, and of course she saw me, and her eyes grew wide. To be honest, I think I loved giving the teachers heart attacks and giving them a hard time. Sorry to say, but that's the end of my embarrassing traumatic stories for now, and I will tell another story of how much of a little rascal I was.